Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. How you doing? Today we're going to be doing some altcoin shopping and having some fun. Don't know if there's a whole lot of people, of course, because it's like 4 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, so not a lot of viewers in the group here that that are going to be watching this live. But that's okay. You guys could watch it afterwards and catch all the information that we're going to be gleaming from doing some altcoin shopping. So let's get to it, right? I mean, we gotta. I want to keep this at 20 minutes, right? So, and I don't mind if we go a little bit longer, but it helps if there's a lot more participants. So it's a little difficult, and since majority of you are awake in the mornings at Eastern Standard Time. Okay, but let's just take what we got. Any coin shout outs, you can go right ahead and do so if you're watching this live. Okay, so let's start off with we left ease right last time, so let's start ease and then let's just do more than just ease today. Okay, nothing here. Nothing there. Right. Oh, look at that. We have this coin. We're on a weekly scale, so we're looking to see if we can get this thing on the real cheap. Right. Don't bother chasing this thing. It still looks like it's gonna break the bottoms before it goes any further. Okay, so let's go after altcoin. Like what I'm seeing with the volume. Like how this is rolled down, and I'm wondering, yes, I can probably pick some of this up on the cheap. Let's go down to daily. Even the daily volume looking really nice. Let's just do some fibs to see if a lot of wicks here, a lot of crazy wicks. So I'm surprised. It means there's a lot of coins probably are out, and so those wicks are caused by anyone. Oh yeah, you're selling it up here. You want to buy up here? Oh, I got a bunch to sell to you. So those people, they're still up there. So what this washout does is bring them lower. So those people will be like that are selling up here. They'd be like, oh, screw it, I should have gotten out down here, right here. Oh my God. And now they are going to push the price all the way back down to 88.6 and wash this thing out. So that's where I want to be on this thing. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's do it. How much up do I currently have? Okay. Add a little bit more elf to my stash. Oops. Okay, a little bit too high. There we go. So I'm adding it way down here, and I'll just put this in slightly below, so because I want it just to trigger the order and get filled and done. And there we go. Now it is slightly oversold, so it won't happen overnight or anything like that. But there we go. Oh, I got some cake. I want my cake and eat it too. So I'm just gonna go check out what my cake's saying whilst we're waiting. So let me just open this up in a new window first. Cake. Ooh, that made me hungry. Saying cake, thinking about cake. Oof. Haven't eaten breakfast, so I'm kind of a bit of a bit famished here. Okay, I see what I've done. Right, I did the 61.8 from here to there probably. ONG is another one that just popped off. That's good. Doge. I must have sold a little bit of Doge. What Binance? It's just. Oh yeah, that's right. I sold some Doge, whatever remnants I had in my exchange here. Should have. It didn't actually. You know what? I realized it didn't go to my Pandora's one and sell that as well. But let's see here. Well, maybe we'll do that after. Let's just first set our buy orders for our cake. Okay. How much cake did I get? I believe 70, so yeah, I wonder. I believe I got half, I got 10.1, so 50%, right, and I'm gonna go to 35. So it didn't bring it down a whole lot, or yeah, because it's not that big of a move. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so ONG. Nothing going on in the chat. Still. No requests, no nothing. Let me just make sure. Oh, there it is. Win the pipe 5x5. Vampire Mind. Okay. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Wow, we're right up there. I knew it was gonna get rejected at some point. This has to be tested a few times before we can really break out here. Yeah, we have to be tested. The breakout levels, it's close. Seemed like a sure thing on that wick, but then boom, rejected. Okay, so let's go back to what we were doing. Alright, so I picked up some ONG with the bottom here. So this was 20, so maybe I've got 30. That makes some more sense. And stop loss over here. That's a little late, that message. Maybe I'll add some down here. Yeah, the bottom. Should it break down further? Let's set some alerts. the way down here. I'm looking to buy more. Next is Doge. Let's see how much Doge has fallen. Oh, it's interesting because Doge was sloping down and looks like it wants to go sideways now. This is interesting. So fast, wow. So maybe I spoke too soon on Doge. Let's see how it plays out. It's bouncing off the support levels here. Majorly, which is interesting. You can see a lot of support in here. There's a lot of buyers down here, all waiting to pick this up. Should price drop? So yeah, quite interesting. Let's see if they don't run out of money. Right? Because it's pretty expensive down here for expensive up here for Doge, in my opinion. Doge is overly priced up here, and we deserve a retrace back to, at the very least, the 200 zones, the 300 zones on priced in Bitcoin before we reset this thing altogether. Could I be wrong? Yes. And I have been wrong on Doge before, so it won't be the first time. Okay. Let's go on hunting for deals. Right? You know, where we're buying on this one. And if it doesn't come down, we don't want it. See ya. Just like let it go. Just let go. Let go. Hang on, I want to fix this. Let's make it a little bigger. Nope. Strange. Okay, there we go. Okay, much better. Just so my head doesn't get cut off. Okay. Let's continue. Let's start off with, next one is EOS. This might be appealing. So if we draw some fibs all the way down to here, really is no W's here, so that's where the fib should be. We're already past the 61.8, 78.6 was a rejection point. Wow, that's amazing. The odds are like 78.6 is not going to hold, and we're going to come all the way down to the 88.6 or lower. Wow. Well, if that's the case, then I will get some more. I'll I'll patiently wait down here. Oh wow, this thing has just taken a bath. Absolute bloodbath. This EPS conduit is just dying. Not only like with the ski slope, right? Which at least is broken now. Right? So that's a good thing for this particular coin. But the volume also indicates that people are leaving this thing majorly. Not majorly, but significantly enough for you to like what's going on? What's going on? So yeah. Let's assume that this is probably negative news, and let's just wait for this thing to W out before we actually add to it at all. So we'll have to come back to it later. ETC. Now, this is Ethereum Classic. This is why where you learn not to hate, date, or trade. Just trade it. I hated this, right? I had this coin, like I was like buying this coin. I'm like, why am I buying this thing? It's not like people are gonna buy this ever, right? So I bought it down, and I was thinking of buying it down here. I'm like, nah, man, I'm wasting my time. This thing's dead, right? Look, you had the volume, just people like leaving it like crazy. It was clearly not going to do well. So I thought, well, you know what? If it comes back up here, I'll dump it all, right? Or let it go to zero. And then not only did it came back up, right? It also went even further beyond what I thought was possible. So I missed out on two more doubles, right? On this coin. Because I sold it all down here. What a mistake. And of course, you're not buying up here, right? You'd have to be absolute, like lose it. Like, come on, you have to like totally ignore everything I've taught you guys to be a buyer up here. And look, this is where you need to be a buyer, right down, way down here. If you're interested in buying this, other than that, stay away. Ethereum, same thing. I mean, there's a nice little cheeky, there's a little bit of a W, but I don't like it. So I'm going to count this one down here. But the cool thing is that Ethereum is like holding its own, holding this resistance up here. Holding 38.2. But 61.8 looks like the most likely target for your buy from on Ethereum. If you want to, sell half on a double. Okay, this coin. Wow, I'm way up there. Alrighty. Should I bring down my average on this thing? Don't like the wicks though. All the crazy wicks, all these, just huge amounts of buyers. Maybe they're getting washed out because you can see the volume is coming down with this, but not in a major way. Just people wishing that they had gotten out up here with large number of coins. Is it worth it? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to buy it right at the 88.6. Add to my collection. DZ is still sloping down. It just needs to like turn around create a nice W, and then away we go. Well, you see where the buy order is on this one, right? From here to there, it's probably the 78.6, most likely. Makes the most sense here. And over here, also the 78.6 is probably what the most likely scenario on this one. And there it is, 78.6. Just above the this breakout level here. This breakout W we can see right here, which makes it means actually this is probably the right fit. There you go. Let's go, continue on. Wow, that was a nice quick double there, and then we're coming back down. Lots of wicks, looking to buy the lower half on the 88.6 here. And this one looks like it wants a W out here. It doesn't want to go further lower. We might get a wick down, we might get a fill. Only time will tell. But look at this beautiful volume. Look at this. People are selling. The people who are selling, they're not. They're just a few. They're weak, very weak hands with a very small amount of coins compared to the amount that bought into this all the way. And the people who are buying it, there are more people buying than there are sellers. So each candle, right? Each green candle is more powerful than the average red candle. Looking at this volume, people are willing to buy this thing. So should you buy it up here, down here, right now? Just go screw it. It's good enough. Yeah, I'm not going to be mad at you. Little idiot is not going to be mad at you. Probably it's most likely a good move because you're getting your double is just below mine. So go for it on Frio. Another one that's near the bottom, broke the bottoms. Oof, that's not a good sign, though. Not a good sign. Even though the volume's pretty good, it broke the bottoms. Not a good sign. We could see this thing flush out even further and go further down before we see it stop. So maybe you might want to hold off and adding, if you're looking at this for the first time, to adding this to your portfolio until it finds a bottom and does a W and does all that good stuff with the market structure. Okay, film, FLM. I have a bunch of it, and I don't know why I don't have a sell order on this. Don't know why. Oh, it must have been some greed buy again. I'm not susceptible. I'm also susceptible of like FOMO. It happens from time to time, right? You just have to avoid that when you do, when you're doing the little lady strategy. But if you don't, it's not the end of the world, right? Because you just have to be a little bit more patient. But where should I have been buying this? Is there a W here? Not really. Lots of W's here. That's right, folks. At least at the 61.8, that's where I should have been buying. That would have led to no double, but still yet. But I would have had my double would be set at 2,000 sats, which would be more faster to hit, a lot faster to hit than where I'm at right now. Where should you be buying if you're looking at this? Again, I had it start at the 61.8. Will it come back down here? Who knows? No volume. The volume is not going away, so it might not. And then the 78.6 is also a location where you can probably pick some up if this thing fails and blows through. This is a 61.8. It will most likely bounce at the 78.6 because there's lots of traffic there. Let's see here. Let's go back in time. It would be helpful if that matched up with that, but that's okay. So effectively, I would say that the 0.705 is probably the most likely target. So somewhere in here, between the 61.8 down to there, is where you want to be a buyer on this coin. I'm not adding to this. Okay. Let's see here. This thing is already down to the 78.6. It's finished its move down, and look at this. The volume is beautiful, right? Yeah, this thing's a buy here. I'm going down to the hourly, see if I can pick some up on the cheap. Block trading on the hourly, so let's see if I get it. Okay. Let's go back up to 1 day on this coin, and not looking good. Looks worse than any other coin out there. So it's got to trade to the end of this trend line for us to say, okay, maybe we'll look at it. Maybe we'll consider it. Should we say W? If not, forget it. Not worth it. Not worth it. So I'm looking at this one again. Pretty much sideways action, with volume dropping off a little bit. Let's see here. Has this thing stopped its nonsense? Downward dropped? Nope. Nope. And it's also hit rock. I think it's hit rock bottom though, because you can see that somebody's interested in buying this. But then again, they did that here, and that didn't hit rock bottom. And they probably left with that, as this thing started to bleed out. I know. Looks like the manipulators are not doing their job right here. I get the feeling that this thing is going to pump heavy one time in the future, so we should definitely consider this sometime in the future. But we'll have to look at it again. Okay. You know what? Damn the torpedoes. Let's just get some of this. A tiny amount. Very tiny amount. Slightly low price. And see what happens. There we go. There's my order. Just a couple ticks away. Nice. Okay. This one is not fully retraced, I don't think. Let's take a look. Yes, we have. We went down all the way to 61.8. We're bouncing off the lower parts of this. You can see where there's serious resistance. We came back down. We bounced off it, came back down, and yeah, we're buying down here. So, not a bad place to be buyer here. Not a bad place at all. Do I want to add to this? No, I don't. I'm just gonna hold it. What I've got. I would like to get it even cheaper because, yeah, I already made 2 doubles. I'm not gonna jump back in unless I got it cheap on a discount, bargain basement discount. But yeah, to start nibbling, guys, you should start nibbling on this coin. FTT. Wow. F titties. Look at that. Just absolute monster move, man. Just non-stop, straight up. Can't be a buyer up here, though. Even consider it. It's like the first to 61.8. Let's take a look at the overall. Yeah, 61.8 is where you'll be considered being a buyer here. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's be a buyer somewhere around the 61.8. Okay. Fuel. That's dead. Got no fuel left. Ooh. Has the fun been sucked out of this one? Yeah, well, even though the fun has been sucked out of price, people are not leaving fun because they want to have some fun with fun. And because of that, I think we should the only problem is, even though they've bounced off of this lower level several times, and so we've broken down, we've created new lower lows. So yeah, don't be surprised if we break this 78.6. Okay. Oof. Come on, man. Look at this thing. It's redonkulous. Absolutely redonkulous. Volume leaving, people are not interested, and yeah, it's done. FSX. Yeah. Like dinner. This is a front to what I all believe in. What the little old lady believes in. Alright, so it looks like they came after my buy order and filled me, so I am going to set my sell order. There we go. Clickety click. Bomb a trick. Okay. Alrighty, I think that's it. That's all we're doing for today. We'll go over these coins once again. We'll round through all these coins multiple times, right, until we get through them. But yeah, one time we gotta we have to go through all the the Uniswap only tokens, and try those and see what we should buy over there. A little bit more difficult, of course, because I'm going to need my hardware wallet to buy them, but yeah, it's a good idea. So I could always just make some notes or something like that and buy them later. But I'd like to buy them in the what's it called, show. So, but I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed. Maybe we should go over some random coins that you guys have mentioned. Man, that's only fair. Your eyes are here. So let's see what you got here. Oh, come on, man. R again? We've already been through that so many times. PNG. Let's do that. PNG. No. It's a pigment of our imagination. Takes on iron and titanium. No. No. It's only a swap. It's only a quick swap. Iron. Okay. Titanium. Iron. Okay. Let's take a look at this iron if it is available. No. Okay, no. Okay, so let's take a look at link. Yeah, Wi-Fi and balancer. Okay, so wait a second here. Let's see. Could you explain or show an example of a bullish bearish divergence? Which time frames and most important, what we need to look for where divergence is confirmed? Okay, that's a good question. Let's do that. Right? Is there a divergence here? Yes, there is. Another reason probably why to pick some of this up here probably. Is it confirmed? No, there's not. No, it's not. let me point it out for you guys. It's available. The divergence is visible on the MACD with its histograms, but no such divergence exists on the RSI. Right. So you can see this was a low right here. It lines up. This low and this low, and this low and this low lines up. But you can see as price is going down, same with the indicators going down. But on the histogram of the MACD, which is an oscillation system, it reversed, came back down, and price came back down. And the indicator did not go lower than this part over here. So that's the divergence, and you can see that here, this one and this low are divergence as well. Now keep in mind, it didn't confirm because it has to break above this one before it confirms. So yeah, you probably wouldn't have taken that divergence here because it was like no confirmation. This was between here and here is the divergence, right? Let me just draw that out. So right here and this low right here, divergence. Right here and right here, divergence. And the confirmation on both sides is when the indicator moves to the highest point in between the two. Again, so that's the highest point right there, right? And it didn't move up to that highest point to confirm the indicator. This is the highest point on the histogram right here, and the indicator did not, after the divergence is clear to see, it did not move above that top there, confirming the divergence. So we have to say that the divergence is not confirmed. The same applies for the divergence here. This would be the top, but we'd have to break above between here and down here. And yeah, you can see the divergence is clear because the price is acting differently than what the indicator is doing. So whilst this is going down and bleeding out, let's just change the color. This one's going up, indicating possible change in trend. Possible, right? It will be confirmed that change in trend once we break above, right? If we go, let me just make this bigger. If the indicator breaks above this, so if we reverse and we go above this line here, we've been confirmed. So what you don't do is on a trade with a confirmed divergence, you don't chase it at the confirmation. You wait for it to oscillate back down. So price comes back down, giving you, like, you could do it in with a Hail Mary or something like that, and then take it higher. That's how you do it. Okay. Link. No. Link's probably at its lows here because there's like lots of cheeky doubles here. No point in going all the way back down. And so this is definitely the 78.6 is definitely defend zone. The 61.8 is where we're at. They're defending it like mofos. Don't be surprised if this is the end for this is the low for Link. Oh, excuse me. Because there's lots of defense. Like they're mounting a massive defense here. The next stop level where they're gonna probably demand should this thing break down here, they're gonna defend this thing like nobody's business down at the 78.6. So, but I wouldn't expect it to go back there unless we're gonna break it. So, and then of course down here is where they will be holding the line. At the 88.6, they'll be holding the line. All right, one more, then we'll call it. Yeah, Wifey didn't even get a chance to blow. It wanted to go, but just didn't have the gumption. So Wifey's coming back down. She's already knocking on the door to the 78.6, but you can see they're defending it. Don't be surprised if we end up all the way at the 88.6 before this thing starts to move again. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you all for watching. All right, thanks for learning and paying attention and being a part of the show. I'm looking forward to doing another show today, later on, and so hope to see you guys all there. Alrighty, take it easy.